What's up, YouTube? It's your newest favorite barber of Orlando, L3vel3 back with another free haircut. This client normally doesn't go with moms to get his haircut, so she didn't know exactly what style to ask for. All she knew was she wanted a little off the top and maybe fade some on the sides. With that being said, you know I gave him the cleanest low taper he ever got in Orlando. At this point, I'm just going through my fade routine, which is no guard, half guard, 1.5 guard, and I'm going to finish with a 3 guard on top. Now, one thing I've started doing is framing out my fade areas with my trimmers. It gives me an extra reference when I'm setting in guidelines, and I also debulk with the trimmer over comb method. It's little stuff like that that's helped me perfect my blends a lot better. Just the more I do it, the faster my haircuts will get as well. I can tell I'm becoming more comfortable as a barber, as now I'm actually touching my clients and controlling where I need the head to be instead of just cutting wherever they put their head at. I'm actually moving them and putting them in the perfect spot for me to get what I need to get done. And this client was very fidgety. He kept moving, so it forced me to reposition him. He was really trying to get to the pool. He really didn't want to get his hair cut. You really had to convince him that he needed to go to the pool looking better than where he came in. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I wasn't even comfortable enough to do all this. So it was just nice to see where I came so far as a barber in my little journey. Now that I made my way to the back, I'm just going to do the same thing that I did on the sides. Since we had more space to work with in the back, I wanted to stretch out my guidelines while still keeping his taper low. Now if you made it this far, I want to say thank you. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. You don't want to miss this journey I'm on to becoming the licensed barber in Orlando. I appreciate all the support so far and going forward. And if you have any suggestions or idea for barber content, drop me a message, let me know what you like. But back to this fire low taper that I'm giving my boy. And now that everything is picked out, I'm going to go in with my 3 guard to knock everything down to a desired length. So my client had a lot of product in his hair, and on top of that, he was sweating from playing outside since it was a back to school event. So I wanted to make sure I went over everything multiple times on the top of his head in every direction, just to make sure everything was knocked down to where I wanted it to be. I went through with the pick again just to make sure I got everything. Then I did a freestyle trim with my Babyliss gold clippers to get any stragglers that did pop out. That gave me the shape I wanted. Next, I'm going to use alcohol and Chizaps for my line prep. After debulking the front of the line, I'm going to start in the middle of his head using my Cocco trimmers, tap into the vertical bars I set in the beginning of the haircut. And my biggest tip I've picked up so far in barber school is having a smaller blade on your trimmers so you can get those smaller vertical bar areas and not cut off someone's eyebrows. Alright, now I got one side done. I'm just going to tap my way back to the other side and make sure everything is all even. Next, I'm going to go back over the lineup, making any adjustments so I can get it as sharp as it can possibly be. I also do any detail to the taper area if I need to. I'm basically done with the haircut at this point. And lastly, I'm going to style the cut. My client isn't big on combing his hair regularly, so I'm going to give him the messy curls that kids love these days. And this is the cut. Be sure to follow me on all platforms at L3vel3. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Your new favorite barber of Orlando.